Shameless plug for sure. But you know what? This is a one of a kind event, so let's talk about it. Hello, everyone. This is Dwight Woods, the Jeet Kune Rebel, and welcome to the I Love Jeet Kune broadcast number 303. This is the one about Jeet Kune in Miami in March. As you're logging in, if you'd be kind enough to say where you're logging in from, hit the like button and feel free to continue doing so throughout the broadcasts. If you are catching the simulcast over on the YouTube, please be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell as well. If you, hang on a second. Okay, yeah. But of course, the best thing you can do is to share this video and spread the word about the I Love Jeet Kune broadcasts. So, what makes this event so historic? Well, some of you might have noticed that it's called the Titans of Jeet Kune 3. So what happened to 1 and 2? So 1 and 2 were actually relatively closed door events. And so they were attended mainly by Casa Magda's students and just people who knew about it. And the last of those events, let me show you something here. Do I have it? Yeah, okay. The last of those events was actually like 7 years ago, I think. So this is actually them back together again. So I think this was Titans of JKD number 2. So we're doing Titans of JKD number 3. So for those of you who don't know, who are not familiar with Chris Kent and Casa Magda, I'll give you the short history. Chris started with Sifu Dan in 1973, shortly before Bruce Lee passed away, I believe. He started in Sifu Inasano's backyard, which was where they moved to after the Chinatown school closed. And so he was there in the backyard for about a year, and then they moved into the Kali Academy, and he continued with that. Interesting thing about Chris is that he was on the phone to Inasano for, I think, a significant number of months before Inasano actually let him come visit the backyard and join up. Cass, I think his first event with Inasano was in 1978 at Aspen Academy in Colorado. And then in 1979 was when I think he started traveling to LA to spend the summers in California. And then in 1982, after graduating university in Canada, he moved to LA, and he's pretty much been there ever since. So what's significant about that is that these are two of the youngest guys to be part of the Inasano inner circle. And they were in their teen years, their late teen years, when all of this was happening. And Inasano himself was in his early 40s. And so Cass refers to it as a time period when Inasano was on fire both in his own personal training, but on fire also in his level of creativity and stuff like that. So, and what's significant about that time period where Chris and Cass were coming up, as the cool kids say, is that the Jeet Kune training was designed to continue along the path of development as a fighting system. So keep in mind that this was way before the seminar industry. So this seminar is somewhat of a throwback to that idea of Jeet Kune being developed as a fighting system. It's not the place to come to get a collection of techniques. It's an opportunity for the attendees to gain some authentic insight into what, for lack of a different expression, old school Jeet Kune is all about. It is for people who want to take their JKD training to a whole new level and either begin or continue their pursuit of excellence in Jeet Kune Do. So rather than a seminar which does, like I said, a little bit more than showcase a bunch of techniques, this seminar will focus on things like developing or enhancing your understanding of the essentials, of the root principles of Jeet Kune Do. Help you to cultivate the Jeet Kune Do attitude and the proper mindset with regard to training and with regard to personal development. So in other words, it will focus the seminar, the theme so much of the seminar is on maximizing your learning capacity when it comes to Jeet Kune Do. So regardless of your training level, whatever level of JKD experience you have, if you're interested in exploring new dimensions, let's call it, in training, and if you're interested in, I'll coin the phrase, stepping into your true potential, right? Then this seminar is something that you simply cannot miss. One more thing, I'm not sure how many of you are aware of this, but before and after the Jeet Kune Do nucleus, the old timers like Bob Bremer and Pete Jacobs and Tim Tackett and Ted Wong and Herb Jackson and Daniel Lee, these guys all taught workshops or seminars at Cass Magda's place, right? Why? Because they recognize his school as like a real Jeet Kune Do school, and they recognize him. And Chris was there very often also. They recognize him and Chris as real JKD men, even though they were quite a lot younger than the old timers, right? For myself, the way I got involved in this, I've known both Chris and Cass since my first week with Inasano in 1983. Cass was his assistant at the week-long camps, Monday to Friday, at California Martial Arts Academy, UFC Irvine. Chris was back at the Kali Academy leading classes. And so that first week on the Saturday, we took a road trip down to Torrance, and that's where I met Chris at the Kali Academy. And so I've always been, to use a modern day phrase, a follower of theirs, right? They've both been instrumental in my development and my understanding of Jeet Kune Do. In fact, I'll tell you this. I spent more time with Cass in the beginning, but the very first time that I saw Chris move, I was like, oh, that's where Cass gets his movement from, right? So so this is something, I think I had the idea for this seminar before they did. I was trying to find something that I had drawn up or talked about, but it's on an old computer and I couldn't find it. But I think I started thinking about this back in 2014 or something. So I think that was before they even did Titans of Jeet Kune Do 1, right? So there's a website, titansofjkd.com. It's not the best website, but I wanted to put something up so that people could at least start to get themselves registered. I'll give you the details of it. The seminar fee for both days right now is $199, and it will be $199 up until a month from yesterday, January 19th. After January 19th, the price will go up. And when it comes to the registering and what have you, let me just make you aware of this. There will be no at the door registration. We're not going to be fudging around with collecting money and what have you at the door. You got to be registered for this seminar. We got 3 months to take care of it. So get to it, titansofjkd.com. As regards where to stay, the rooms at this place, it's a gorgeous conference center. That's what it really is. It's not like a hotel with a ballroom. It's a conference center with a ballroom, right? So the rooms at this place are usually like 250 to 300 and what have you, we've gotten a discount on that down to 199 also per night, and that's like double occupancy. Breakfast at the hotel is free, and we will be catering free lunch both Saturday and Sunday. So you don't have to worry too much about spending money on meals and what have you. Okay. So that is today's shameless plug. Forgive me for taking up your time to put this out there, but I really, really want you guys to understand that this is a thing. This is a real thing, right? Apparently, from what Terry Valor is saying, we were not live on Facebook. So I will shut this down right now and put the raw file up on Facebook where everybody could see it. But that's it for today. So no need necessarily for you guys to comment on all of this, but feel free if you want to. Right. Okay. So that's it. Let me know what you think in the comments below. That's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Follow me on Twitter at Dwight Woods and on Instagram at Dwight D. Woods. At paypal.me/UnifiedMA Miami. PayPal.me/UnifiedMA Miami. The Jeet Kune Journey Volume 1 is available, raw but edited. PayPal.me/UnifiedMA Miami. You can also support me and the show at jkdrebel.com. Click on the Rebel Gear link, and that's where you'll see stuff like this. The JKD Notables t-shirt also available. There's kitchen stuff like this. The 4 Tenets of Jeet Kune coffee mug also available in garment form like that. All right. So what else can I tell you? That's pretty much it. Right. Oh, on coming up on Friday, we will have the last. Is it the last? No. The penultimate episode of the Jeet Kune Dialogues with Mark Medeiros of Combat Arts in. I think it's in Ontario, Canada. It's in Canada. I think it's Ontario. Mark Medeiros of Combat Arts. And that'll be at 6:30. Sorry, Terry Valor, we're going to be half an hour later than usual, so that might cut into your sleep time a little bit, right? 6:30 p.m. Today is a black and white day. There we go. Okay, so I will see you guys on Friday. If not, see you next Wednesday for another issue of the I Love Jeet Kune broadcast. Until then, this is Dwight Woods, the Jeet Kune Rebel, signing off. You guys enjoy the rest of your evening. Take care. Hope it warms up here in Miami. Talk soon.